Hello, Facebook friends. I just wanted to do a short Facebook Live and talk about the 5 things that I have learned from training for a bikini competition. Woo! Okay, so I'm training for a bikini competition right now. The WBFF show coming up in October, which I'm super excited about, a little nervous about. I've never done anything like this in my entire life. My goal in the next 3 months is to look like this. This is my vision board picture. I've never looked like this before, by the way. So this is new for me. But I've been learning a lot in the last couple of months, training and just being really consistent with everything. So I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I've been learning as I start to get more consistent with my workout, my eating, and kind of reach for something that's much bigger than I've ever done before, or at least it feels like it in a way, right? The reason why I am doing this is, number one, I have always wanted to do a bikini competition. I've always wanted to be in the best shape of my life. And it's something that when I think about it, I get excited and I get happy. It makes me happy to think about being in really great shape. I love exercise. I love working out. I've danced my whole life. I do aerial. Those of you who know me know I work out a lot and I love to move. That's just part of me. That's who I am. I need to move all the time. And to be reaching for a goal that puts me in the best shape of my life up to this point is really, really exciting. I want to reach for my higher potential in all areas of my life, and it's time to stop making excuses and to just do it in this fitness body portion of my life too. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm mentally ready. You know, I had actually attempted to try and train a couple times a few years ago, and you just fall out of the swing of things, and there's no follow through, there's no accountability and those kind of things. And I really felt like mentally I've done so much of the inner work, the personal work on my mindset, spiritually, and getting really in alignment with who I am and allowing myself to embrace that bigger, wonderful version of my authentic self, that I felt like I had to do this. If I didn't do this, I wasn't going to be in line with who I am as an individual, because my body and my movement and my health means so much to me. And so it was like now or never. Like, I either have to do it so that I stay in alignment with who I am, or I keep putting off getting in the best shape of my life and keep holding myself apart from that ideal person that I really am inside, that bigger version of Natalie that has it all, also has the best energy, strength, and flexibility in her life too. So this was just something that was really important for me to do for myself. And I finally felt like I had the tools and tactics as well to start to tackle something like this, because it's 5 months of training and I'm 2 months in. I've still got another 3 months to go. So if you want to learn more about mastering your mindset and mastering your life and how to actually follow through and kind of keep moving forward with some of your stuff, I just put out a great webinar, a masterclass called Mastering Your Life, the shortcut to mastering your life. So check it out. When I'm done with this, I'll put in the comments a link to the webinar page. It's available till Tuesday, July 31st. So check it out, because it's a lot of great free content on how to start to shift your mindset. But let me get into the 5 lessons that I have learned. Number 1, coaching and accountability is so important. Thank you, Angela, my wonderful coach, who is training me, giving me workouts, and giving me macronutrients and calories to go by so that I can design my own meal plans that work for me and for my digestion and things like that. Angela, I could not do this without you. Honestly, I would not be this consistent. Having to send you my pictures every single week of what I look like in my bikini outfit, in my underwear, keeps me on track because I know I am sending those pictures to you on Friday of what I look like, and it holds me accountable. Having someone to check in with every week really makes a big difference. And that accountability, that coaching is so important. So if you're looking to up-level any area of your life, consider getting a coach, whatever it is, whether it's, a business coach, a success coach, a personal growth coach, or a fitness coach. Get a personal trainer. It really, really makes a difference. Or just have an accountability partner. Find a friend that wants to reach some of the same goals as you, and start to keep each other accountable. Sometimes friends, we fall off the bandwagon, so that's why it's kind of nice to have someone else. But Either way, having some sort of accountability really makes a difference. And then the coaching just for getting the guidance that you need in the times when it's a struggle, when it's tough and you need to troubleshoot. Having someone that has some experience with those things can really make a difference. The second thing I've learned is to follow instructions. So if we want to reach massive goals in our life or make some big changes, you need to follow someone who knows what they're doing. You need to do the steps that the person who's already having success in whatever area it is doing. And if you don't follow that plan, it's on you. If you're not, for example, in the training, if I'm not doing all of my workouts, if I'm not eating my meal plans the way I need to, and I'm cheating here and there, I'm not going to get the results that I want. And it's like that with success in any area of your life. If you don't follow and model people that are doing the successful things that you want to do, then you're not going to have the same results. So it's super important to follow instructions when trying to up-level your life in some way. And that's really made a difference because this last month in particular with training there, I had a burnout week. It was a little crazy, and not everything always goes the way you want to, but as long as you have a coach there to kind of help you and get you back on track, that's made a really big difference for me. The third thing that I've learned is consistency. If you want to reach any goals in your life, you need to be consistent. If there's no follow through, if you're not actually applying everything, then you're not really going to get the end results that you want, especially training for something like this. That's, a 5-month long training process. Like, I've got to be consistent every week getting my workouts in. I have to be consistent and get my meal planning in and prepping my food. Otherwise, I'm going to go grab something else. I'm not going to know what I'm eating, and I'm not going to be following everything. And the results are not going to be the same at the end of the 5 months as they would be if I had just stuck with it and been really consistent. So you've got to put that as a top priority with any goals you're trying to reach, with any kind of success you're trying to create. Consistency is the key. And when I look at the pictures of the first month or so when I was training, I saw some changes, but some weeks I didn't really see much of a change. And then all of a sudden, a couple weeks later, my body had transformed from where I was 3 weeks prior. So sometimes even with the consistency, we don't always see the changes that we want. But if you're reaching towards a goal and you just stay consistent, you may feel like you're not making a lot of progress, or maybe you're just staying the same or plateauing. But then you have a breakthrough and you really start to see the change long term. But that happens with consistency. So reaching your goals, consistency, super, super important. Number 4 thing I wrote down that I learned is it's okay when things don't go as planned. The game is not over. And kind of like I mentioned earlier this month, I had a burnout week where all of a sudden I was massively fatigued. I could tell that it was definitely from the training. I wasn't super stressed at that point, but I just felt like my legs, the muscles weren't contracting. I did a lifting workout and then I went and did the step mill, and I just felt like, oh my God, I can't even climb these stairs anymore. And so it was super helpful to have Angela as my coach, because I let her know, I'm like, hey, I'm experiencing this crazy fatigue. And she's like, okay, you know what? Just stop counting all of your macros, stop counting your calories for the next 5 days, take at least 3 complete days off, no working out. And had I not had that guidance to know how to troubleshoot what was going on, I probably would have tried to keep pushing through, and I probably would have stuck to everything. But having that couple of days to allow my body to recuperate, to carb load, and do all of that really made a difference. So even if things don't go as planned, and even this last week, I'd just been kind of stressed with, launching my webinar and putting everything together. And I was so excited that I wasn't sleeping. And I ended up having a sore throat for a couple days and started getting fatigue again. That was more of a stress response, whereas earlier it was definitely a physical fitness burnout that I was experiencing. But this was just an odd month. I kind of feel like I plateaued. I started cheating a little bit. And then I had these weeks where just things were not working out as smoothly as planned, And so it's okay if things don't go as planned. It's okay if, things go wrong, as long as you pick up where you left off. I got back in the gym today. I did 2 lifting sessions plus my cardio, and I felt super strong because I had the last 4 days off. And you just got to get back on track. Things don't always go as planned, but in the long run, if you're consistent, you know how to troubleshoot, you got your coach there, and you just keep moving forward, you will see the progress and everything will work out. It's not over till it's over, so you still got time. And then the 5th thing that I learned from starting to go on this process is that there's no perfect way to do it. And that's with any goal you have and any success. Yes, you want to model what the successful people are doing, but there's a lot of ways to be creative and allow yourself to enjoy whatever process you're going through. So for example, with my training right now, it's really great that Angela's working with me so much because I have my set weightlifting workouts that I do a few days a week. But then with my cardio session, she's allowing me to throw in a couple of my aerial silks classes. And I can still have fun and be creative and do that on the side. And I'm still doing some of my regular cardio as well, but we're kind of compensating. We're mixing and matching things. So even though, there's probably a very simple structure, cookie cutter plan that you could do for training for something like a bikini competition, there are ways to kind of play around with it. And instead of her giving me just a set meal plan, hey, these are the things you're eating and that's it, I have a very hypersensitive digestive system. So she's really done a great job of working with me and allowing me to kind of create my own meal plans. So I've gotten what ratios of macronutrients I should be getting each week for training days versus non-training days. And I've been able to, she'll tell me my calories, and then I can mix and match and put my own things together. I don't have a lot of gluten in my diet. I don't have a lot of sugar in my diet, including fruits and things like that, because a lot of those things irritate me. But I was able to design a program that kind of worked for my own body. So even though with any success plan, whether it's with your fitness or whether it's with your business or any other kind of goals that you've got, personal or otherwise, there is a level of creativity and allowing your path to be something that feels good to you and that resonates with you. There's definitely a certain structure to having success with any of your goals, but there should be a little bit of wiggle room to finesse and make it something that feels right for you. Because ultimately, your life is your own and it's meant to be fun, and you're meant to enjoy life, and you're meant to enjoy working towards whatever goals you're working towards, I've been really working hard on launching my own business, my life coaching business, and there's certain structures that I've learned from taking a lot of courses and following other people of how they've launched their businesses. But in the end, there's going to be some things that are more unique to me. This is Natalie's way of doing it. This is Natalie's style. This is how she wants to present herself. And with any kind of goals you've got, allow yourself for a little bit of wiggle room. There's certain things that are a little more structured, like obviously, for example, with the training, I can't completely go off my macronutrients and I can't completely go off my diet plan, but there are ways to play around with it. So I can still get a couple squares of chocolate in, and it's not going to kill me because I'm accounting for it in my fats and my carbs. Or I could add in my aerial silks training and I can be super happy with that while still getting in all of my other workouts. So find a way to find a balance with all of your goals and all of the things that you love doing while still reaching your goals. So quick recap, the 5 things that I've been learning about training is 1, having a coach and accountability, super, super helpful. Following instructions, making sure that you are modeling after someone who knows what they're doing, following certain guidelines that really help you to create the success you want with whatever goals you're making. 3, be consistent. Even if you're not seeing results or things aren't going the way you want, keep being consistent, be persistent, keep going at it, because you will find that if you stop reaching for your goals, you're not going to be satisfied with life. And to be more fulfilled, you really need to just keep moving towards all the things that you want to do. So don't give up on any of your dreams. Number 4, when things don't go as planned, it's okay. It's not over. Troubleshoot, take a break, regather yourself, clear your mind, clear your body, and let yourself kind of get back into the swing of things when things kind of clear out. It's okay if things don't always go as planned. And number 5, there's no perfect way to do anything. There's always a way to allow your own creativity to come into any of your plans, any of, your success path, with whatever goals that you're trying to create for yourself. So I hope this gave you some insight and some inspiration on some of my journey that I've been going through recently and a lot of things that I've been learning about myself. Angela, thank you so much for being my coach. Again, I'm so grateful to have someone like you to help me and give me that hurrah when I'm having days where I'm like, oh, I ate something that I shouldn't have yesterday, or I had 2 cheat days this week instead of just 1. Letting me know it's not the end of the world, but hey, get back on track. And that's really made a big difference for me. And so once again, if you want to learn how to up-level your mindset, I have an awesome free masterclass that I just put out yesterday. I'm going to put the link down at the bottom when I'm done and close this out so that you can watch that webinar. It'll be live for the next week or so until Tuesday, and it'll give you lots of information on how to shift your mindset in the right direction so that you can start reaching more of your awesome goals. So thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you soon. I'm going to start doing some Facebook Lives every single Monday morning to get your week started off right, to give you some more inspiration for life, and I'm really excited to see you there. So thank you so much. Mwah.